Welcome to Year 8, Cycle 1, Paper 1, Higher Walkthrough. First question, find the prime factorisation of 164. So I'm going to any two factors. It's an even number, so I'm going to start with 2. I need to multiply 2 by 82. I'm going to circle 2 because it's prime, and keep on going with 82. That's 2 times 41, sorry. Now 41 is actually a prime number, so I can make 164 by multiplying 2 by 2 by 41. On index form, that's 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 41. I want to find the highest common factor of 18 and 32, so I'm going to do a listing method here. That's 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Those are numbers I can multiply to make 18. It's not a multiple of 4 or 5. Yep, those are all of the factors. I've got 1 times 32, 2 times 16. It's not a multiple of 3. Yes, it's not a multiple. It is a multiple of 4, isn't it? 4 times 8, not a multiple of 5, not a multiple of 6, 7, 8. Those are all of the factors now of 32. So I'm looking for the highest common multiple, so the biggest number on both of these lists. They've both got a 1. They've both got a 2. Well, 2 is the biggest number that's on both of those lists. So the highest common factor is 2. 3.5 multiplied by 12.6. I'm going to multiply both of those by 10, so that's 35. Multiply that by 10 too, multiplied by 126. So I'm going to do a little grid for that one. 30 and 5, 126. So that's 3. Oh, don't think I've got enough space there. 3,000. That's 600, 180, 500, 130. So I'm going to add all of those together. I'll do that over here. 3,000 plus 600 plus 180 plus 500 plus 100 plus 30. What's that? 8, 9. Right. So I know that 35 multiplied by 126 is 4,410. In total, I multiplied everything inside that box by 100. So I'm going to divide that by 100. That's 44.10. 44.10. Or we might want to just say 44.1. Jimmy, Johnny and Gemma bought 5 packets of Jammy Dodgers for £2.64 each, and they split the price equally. So we want to find out how much they paid in total for 5 packets of Jammy Dodgers. Here I might actually, because I'm multiplying a decimal by an integer, decimal by a whole number, I might want to just distribute this. So I'm going to say, well, 5 times £2.64, that's like 5 multiplied by 2 plus 5 multiplied by 0.6 plus 5 multiplied by 0.04. So that's 10 plus 3 plus 0.2, which is £13.20. And they split this equally. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, Jimmy, Johnny and Gemma, so I'm dividing 13.2 by 3. That's something I can do in a bus stop. 13.2, I'm dividing that by 3. I haven't got any 3's in 1, so I'm going to exchange that over. Well, I've got 4 in 13 with a remainder of 1, and now I've got 4 3's, haven't I, in 12. So it's 4.4. I'm back in our original units, that was £4.40. We're rounding 43,829 to 3 significant figures. So 4, that's the first non-zero digit, so that's the first significant figure. second, third. I'm going to put my box around those three. Look next door. I've got a 2 next door, so I'm rounding down to 43,800. That's a comma, not a decimal point. 43,800. I'm rounding this to the nearest integer. So the nearest integer is in the ones column. That's the nearest whole number. So it's like I'm rounding to the nearest 1. Looking next door, well, I've got an 8 next door, so I'm rounding up to 58,000. Again, that's a comma. 927. Rounding 0.02050 to two significant figures. So 2 is the first significant figure, and every digit after that is also a significant figure. So that's my first, and that 0, even though it's a 0, it's actually my second significant figure. And I'm going to look next door, see I've got a 5, so I'm rounding up 0.021. That is a decimal point. A number, t, rounded to 2 decimal places, is 3.74. So I'm just going to stick that 3.74 in the middle. I'm looking for the 2 nearest hundredths. So that's 3.75 and 3.73. Now when I do my inequality, I've got less than or equal and a less than there. I'm looking for the number that's in between, in the middle of 3.73 and 3.74, so that's 3.735, and the number in between 3.74 and 3.75, that's 3.745. That's it, that's my inequality, or the error interval. Identify whether each example below is an expression, an equation, inequality, or an identity. Well, that's an inequality, that's a less than or equal sign, inequality. Right, saying things on either side can take on different values. This is an expression. We've got some algebraic terms, but no equal sign. And here we've got some algebraic terms, but we've also got an equal sign. So this is an equation. We're working out the value of 2t squared plus 6 when t is equal to -5. So let's just remind ourselves that 2t squared, that's 2 multiplied by t squared plus 6. And we can see actually order of operations, we're going to do the index first, then the multiply, and then the add. So let's just substitute -5 in for t now. We've got 2 times -5 squared plus 6. So we're going to do that squared first. So I'll just move over here now. That's 2 times 25 plus 6. 2 times 25, that's 50 plus 6. So we've got 56 here. 56. Expand and simplify. We've got 2 single brackets here, so I'm going to do a grid for each. Let's see, that's 3, 5t plus 4. So 3 times 5t, that's 15t. 3 times positive 4, that's positive 12. Then let's do another grid here for our second bracket. Well, I've got -4 outside, so actually -4 is going to go on the side of my grid there. And then I've got t plus 1, so -4 multiplied by t, that's -4t. -4 multiplied by positive 1, that's -4. So I'm going to write out everything that I've got inside my grid and then collect like terms. So that's 15t plus 12, subtract 4t, subtract 4. So 15t, and I've got some numbers here. So 15t, take away 4t, well that leaves me with 11t. 12, take away 4, leaves me with 8. 11t plus 8. Expand and simplify. So here, that's essentially saying 5x plus 6 multiplied by 5x plus 6. Right, we're multiplying it by itself. So we can do a grid for expanding double brackets here. We've got 5x plus 6, 5x plus 6. So here I'm going to multiply 5x by 5x.